Good day, it's Geoffrey with Howells Carpet Cleaning here. I got this rug down on the floor. It's roughly a 10 by 12. I was told that the dog never peed on it. However, I always do a thorough examination before I clean because pets do things that we're not aware of. I mean, that's just reality. So coming over this with a UV light, which causes urine to fluoresce in the carpet, and you can see that there's quite a bit of urine that may not have ever been aware of that's actually in this carpet. So I'm going to take a look at the back side of it as well, and that will determine whether or not I want to flush this sucker out. Some wool safe OSR might be the prescribed treatment on this thing, but we will take a further look at it and see what we conclude would be the best cleaning scenario. Okay, so having inspected the back side of the rug with a UV light, it doesn't look like any urine or anything actually penetrated through the carpet, so it's all surface. Whether it was the dog that I saw at the house or not, I mean, it's a pretty big dog, so I would expect that if it was that dog, that it would have gone all the way through the carpeting, so possibly, you know, when it was a puppy being potty trained and it wasn't putting out a whole lot of urine, or maybe it was another pet, who knows. But anyways, the customer also said that she didn't believe that this was wool, but closely examining it, I believe it is a wool. I mean, it definitely has the weight of wool, but it's probably a wool blend of some sort, I'm guessing. And it's probably a pretty expensive rug, so we're going to make sure that we use some really good, high quality wool compatible treatment. We are going to be using Magic Wand's wool, OSR for wool, and that will get in there and address all of the any odors and the urine that might be in the rug here. As for the cleaning process that we're going to be taking on this rug, it is known as dusting. And what we do with dusting is that we try to get as much dry accumulation out of the rug before we even clean. So with this matted grid here we have on the floor, combined with a vacuum, and this is our dusting machine. This is a pretty nice piece of equipment because what it does is on the underside it has some straps, and basically as this cylindrical machine spins, it's slapping the rug. And what we do is we flip this rug on its backside so it's slapping it on the back, and it's vibrating and causing debris to dump out the front into the grid system, and then later we just, you know, sweep it up and throw it away. But anyways, we begin with a very thorough vacuum just to get as much debris up off the surface as we can. Then we go ahead and we flip this bad boy over and run the Rug Badger machine over it. That starts dumping out as much debris and dust as we can out of this rug. Then we flip it back over and give it one more vacuum, and then we begin the cleaning process. But with the dusting in airy rugs, the very first thing, very crucial, is to get as much debris out of there as possible. However, if this rug would have been completely drenched in urine, soaked beyond, you know, reason, we would have basically taken a garden hose and completely rinsed it out and drenched it out on the driveway on a tarp, just to get all that urine and stuff rinsed out of it. And then we would let it dry with some forced air fans, and then we would begin this dusting process with getting as much dry debris out of it as we possibly can. You could reverse it and get the debris out and then rinse it, but I find it easier, you know, just to dump this down where it belongs on a tarp, begin rinsing it out, power dry it, and then you can clean it right where it lays. It's a lot easier that way. Alright, so anyways, that's the process, and without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and begin vacuuming here. Alright, so we've gone ahead, we've gone through here, we've dusted this out, we've pre-sprayed, we've agitated, we've gone through to get a really good thorough steam out, going both back and forwards here and turning around perpendicular and coming at it in this direction here. There are a couple of things I want to point out. This is a natural fiber. It is wool. When it got wet, it did stink of wet dog. Number one indicator that it's wool. We have some pooling going on here, and what pooling is, it occurs with natural fibers, primarily with wool as they get older. Is that looks like it's dirty there, but what pooling is, it's when the fibers kind of do a reversal and they kind of lay down in the opposite direction and they reflect light opposite of what the other fibers around it are doing. So you can see it looks dark there, but I'm going to walk around to the other side so we're looking at it from the opposite direction, and you can see that it is totally gone. So it has to do completely with pooling and the way that the light is reflecting off of the carpet. What I'm going to do now is throw a fan on this bad boy and get it dried. Then I'm going to come back and put a layer of carpet protector down on here just to help protect it, keep it clean, keep it protected from wear and all that kind of good stuff. Alright, again, I groomed it out real well with the nap setter. This guy here got some good stiff bristles on there, like a brush, and it does look pretty bright and beautiful. I just want to make sure we got the nap all set, going in the right direction. So as it dries evenly. And after I did the nap setting, it did seem to help the pooling a little bit, but obviously it's still there. Nothing we can do about it, but try to blend it in and make it as good as we possibly can. And again, like I said, I'm going to let these things run for about 12 to 24 hours until it feels, pretty much bone dry. And I'm going to apply some carpet protector on there just to prolong its longevity and protect it from accidental spills and things. Again, a carpet protector doesn't make it 100% stain proof. What it does is it just puts down a layer of protection to help repel liquids so they can clean them up before they have a chance to soak into the fibers. So that stuff is really a good thing to have on there, and I definitely want to put some on here just to, like I said, keep it looking as good as possible for as long as possible. And thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the space below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Have a great day and God bless.